gonna get some work done on the G. I'm doing sway bar end links on the front of the car because it's been making noise when I take turns. I'm going with Moog for the sway bars end links. And this is the front left and this is the front right. I'm going to be working on the driver's side first, so that's one I'm going to be using. I put the car in park and I put the e-brake on already, so now I'm just going to throw a couple of woods behind the wheels or in front of the wheels. Before I even jack up the car, I'm going to crack all the lug nuts loose. I cracked them all loose, I'm going to jack up the car. Now I'm going to jack up the front of the car. I'm using this jack pad for the pinch weld. The jack is now on the jack point and it's going to jack it up now. It's high enough now, so I'm just going to get the wheel off. Got the jack stand in just in case, because we got Loki here. Likes to always go under the car while I'm working. So extra safety is important. I did do brakes and rotors not long ago, so these are good. You could check out your struts and your spring. See if your strut is leaking. I do plan to do springs and struts soon. Well, I'm doing springs, so if I'm changing springs, I might as well change the front struts. What we're working on is this, we're changing this end link right here that's connected to the sway bar right there. And it's just 2 nuts really. So it's pretty simple to change. You check your bushing out right there. The sway bar bushing. You can re-grease it if you'd want. Loosen it and re-grease it, but I'm not really gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna change out my end links. The Moogs definitely look a lot beefier, so it's definitely an upgrade. Your other nut is right there, connected to the strut mount. So 2 nuts, one there and one there. Alright, the big one that's connected to the strut mount is a 19 millimeter. The smaller nut connected right here is a 17 millimeter. So let me loosen out these 2 nuts. I'll do this one first. I sprayed the nut with some penetrating fluid so it'll loosen up a little easier. Now I'm going to try to break it loose. Alright, there it goes, loose. Alright, the lower one is out. Then a punch. Just using a punch to knock out the upper one. And there it goes. This is what a bad end link looks like. Completely loose. Just wobbling around. This one's just terrible. This is no good at all. This is trash. Here's a brand new one. Brand new one. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. Takes a lot of force to move. The other one just wobbles around. You don't even need to touch it. So make sure this is the right one. This is front left. Alright. Now I'm gonna put this back in. Grease fittings after. So we'll get this in first and install the grease fittings after. just in case I might hit it and break it by mistake. Get the one that goes into your strut, the long one, into your strut mount hole first. Just wiggle it in there. If you have a dead blow, actually, also tap it in with a dead blow. When you remove the upper long one that goes to your strut mount, there's a washer right here. Make sure you put that washer back on. Don't forget to put this washer back on. A little bit more. Is it going in there? The down one's cut. Upper ones and lower are both cut. I'm gonna put some thread locker on both these studs. Alright, got thread locker. Comes with brand new lock nuts, so you don't reuse your old ones. But I put blue thread locker anyways. Smaller one goes here. To the sway bar. The bigger one goes to the strut mount. On the new lower going to the strut bar, it's you need an 18mm flat wrench to hold it there, and then 18mm deep socket to tighten it. Torque on the lower nut that goes to the strut bar is 62 foot-pounds for rear wheel drive cars. If you're all wheel drive, it's also 62 foot-pounds. So it's the same either way. For this stud, the upper one that goes to your strut mount, it's 120 foot-pounds for this 21mm. Or if you have an all-wheel drive car, it would be 74 foot-pounds. But for all rear wheel drive cars, it's 120 foot-pounds. And all-wheel drive, 74 foot-pounds on the upper one. And I went to 122. The last thing I have to do is install the grease fittings and pump it with grease, and then I'll throw my wheel back on. Just gonna catch it on there by hand, and then just tighten it. Not too much. And these are 7mm. And that's good. That's the lower one. This thing even got grease in it. Alright, it's starting to come out on the boot, so I know this one's full enough. For the upper one, alright, it's starting to squeeze out, so that one's full. Catch the lugs back on. Now you can retorque your wheels with a breaker bar, and then it's the exact same thing on the other side. I set my torque wrench to 80 foot-pounds. Now I'm gonna tighten up my wheels. Both side sway bar end links were fully bad. Finished both sides now. So I'm gonna torque the wheels crisscross pattern to 80 foot-pounds. Old end links, all of them were bad and super loose and wobbly. The new ones are way thicker and stronger, so it should definitely make a difference in handling. That's it for this video.